We're going to start while we wait till past in a ridiculously horrible pose. Frog, Makrasana. So take your knees as wide as you can and take your toes out to the sides. So it's all angles. That might feel bad enough. And then you can come down a little. And you want to take your hips back slightly. And then you can rest your forearms on your hands. Or you can stay up. Rest your head on your forearms, or you can stay up a little higher. You can fold over your blanket, whichever. But obviously this is about hips. But keep that angle of flexion through the ankles for the sake of the knees. And you can move a little backwards and forwards if you want to, in and out of it. So there's a little deeper. I'm on carpet, so it's not as bad. So you might want to pad your knees. Just use your breath. If it's too intense, you can come up. But just finding a little sort of rock in the pelvis to help open. Okay, then come forward, bring your knees parallel. Tuck your toes under. Plantar fascia stretch. Get the toes spread. Sit down through the heels, lift up through the crown of the head. Hope you all had a nice weekend. Okay, coming forward, point your toes. Have the heels facing upwards, so internally rotate the heels. Sit back. Lift your knees. Press the tops of the feet down. And then gastroc smash. So bring the shin of the right leg just below the fat part of the left calf. And sit back. You can come up if that feels okay, or just keep the weight forward. But essentially we're using the shin of the right leg as almost like a foam roller. So you'll just rock a little, come up and down onto that. So massaging through, it's the top of the soleus, so the thin part of the calf where it joins the fat part, the gastrocnemius. So we're just massaging in there. These might all feel really horrible this morning. Sorry to be mean. And then other side, left shin, just below the fat part of the right calf. So just keep the feet relaxed. Sit back. And rock and roll there a little. You might want to readjust the shin. Be brave, because there'll be a point where you think you want to stay away from that pain. My right calf is much worse than my left, but trying to just gently roll into it. Okay, come back to the plantar fascia stretch. Tuck the toes, sit up and down through the heels. And come forward, keep your heels tucked under. Gently press the hips forward, so your hips are above your knees. Bring your hands across your arms, hands to opposite shoulders. Lift up through your core. So this is our glutes. So strong through the core, lift your chest, relax your shoulders, your gaze is forward. And then go back, so leaning back, just keep the gaze forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward. Relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. Going back again, so trying to keep the hips gently pressing forward, so shoulders, hips, knees in a line. 3, 2, 1. Come forward. Now point your toes. So you can either stay where we were with the toes tucked under, because this will be harder. So make sure you really activated the lower legs. So internally rotate the heels so they're pointing up. Press the tops of the feet down. Lift up through your chest. Gently squeeze your glutes and leaning back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come forward. We'll do that once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Going back. Keep the breath coming steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bending gently forward, just coming into tabletop. And wiggle your hips, so just rocking side to side, letting the spine go a little S, side to side. Then inhale, tuck your toes under, look up to cow, lift the tailbone, look up. Exhale to cat, pushing out between the shoulder blades, relaxing your head, drawing the tailbone under. Just follow your breath. Twice more. Inhale up. Exhale, looking under. Inhale up. Exhale. Place your hands well. Tuck your toes under, lifting up into down dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lower the left heel, lift the right leg up. Roll the right hip open. Bend the knee. Point the toe behind you, looking under your right armpit. So keep lowering the left heel, but lifting up through the left thigh. Pressing back through the armpits. Opening that hip. Inhale, rolling the knee down, come back into down dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog, lower the right heel. Roll the left thigh out, bend the knee, point the toe behind you. Look under the armpit, but press back into down dog. So you're lifting the left knee up, lifting up through the right thigh, pressing the right heel down. Opening that hip, rotation in the thighs. Inhale, roll the left knee down, left foot next to right, down dog, 2 breaths. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Two breaths here, keep the hips squeezing. Now you're going to lift the hips, rolling up into down dog, lowering the heels. Take a breath. Next inhale, roll forward into plank. Keep breathing, get the alignment. Squeeze the shins, squeeze the forearms towards each other. Inhale, up on your toes, lift your hips, rolling back down into down dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. roll into plank, right knee to nose, place the right foot between your hands. Runner's lunge, sink your hips, keep the right knee over the ankle. Chest reaches forward, then step the left foot forward. Come to halfway lift, but fingertips below shoulders, lift the tailbone up. You can reach onto the block if you need to, but feeling through the backs of the legs. And then bend your knees, palms down, walk your feet back to down dog. Roll forward into plank, pause, squeeze forearms, shins towards each other, draw shoulders away from ears. Inhale, ripple up to down dog, lift the hips, come up on your toes, and then lowering the heels, thigh bones get back. Inhale, lift the left leg. Roll forward into plank. Bring the left knee to nose and then step it between your hands. Runner's lunge. Then step the right foot next to the left. Halfway lift on your fingertips. So drawing the shoulder blades down your back. Gaze is down, lifting your tailbone up, but feel the kneecaps lift. Quads are engaged. Keep that strength in the legs. Bring your thumbs to the hip creases. Press your thumbs back and up, hinging with a flat back to stand. Exhale, step to the front of the mat. We're going to go quite speedy this morning. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga to Cobra or Up Dog on the inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips to down dog. Take 3 breaths. Inhaling, coming forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Up Dog or Cobra. Exhale, Down Dog, 3 breaths. Activate your Ujjayi breath, breath with sound. Inhaling, stepping forward, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So Surya Namaskar B. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, lower through Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, roll into plank. Place the right foot between your hands, drop the left heel, come up into warrior one. Exhale, palms down, step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg comes forward into warrior one. Exhale, step back, lower through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take 3 breaths. And inhaling, coming forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale to Utkatasana. Squeeze your thighs, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping from the front of the mat, step your right foot back. Actually, sorry, bring your block to the top left of your mat. Take the right foot back, come into crescent lunge. So you're up on the back toes, sink your hips, left knee over left ankle, but lift up, bend the knee, back knee, and then press the back of the thigh upwards, sink the hips. Inhale, bring your arms up. Draw the shoulder blades down your back, gazes between your thumbs. Then reach your hand towards the block. We're going to come into half moon. You're going to hop the right foot forward. So the block is forward and to the side. So your left hand presses down into it. Keep the left knee bent and then lift up the back leg. Bring your right hand to your hip. Externally rotate the right thigh. Flex at the ankle so the leg is strong and stand up through the left leg. Chest reaches forward, shoulder blades down your back, and then start to rotate the right side of the ribs open, look to the side if you can. You're going to release the top hand up. And you want to lean back, so it's as if you're leaning back against a wall. Oh, timber, not doing so well this morning. And then come out of it, floating right hand to right hip, right foot next to left. Ragdoll. Bring the block to the other side. Okay, and come up to stand. Inhale. Take the left foot back, crescent lunge, so feet hip distance apart on the ball of the back foot. Sink through the right knee, and then always put your hand on that thigh, lift the back thigh, sink the hips again. If you need to take the left foot back to make sure the right knee doesn't come forward of the ankle, do that, get the length right. Internally rotating the left thigh, bring your arms up, draw the shoulder blades down your back, gaze between your thumbs. So squeeze the thighs to the midline. Exhale. You're going to bring your hand to the block, right hand to the block. Hop the left foot forward, keep the right knee bent. So reaching forward, start to lift the back leg, left hand to hip, flex the left ankle, externally rotate the thigh. And lifting Straightening through both legs. Legs are strong. Start to roll the left side of the ribs open. Release the left hand. And look up or look to the side. And then exhale. Look down. Left hand to left hip. Float the left foot. Geez, it's hard on a Monday morning. and ragdoll. So fingertips down, come to sit on the mat. And just for a moment, actually, if you've got your towel roll, just lift your hips slightly. So hips towards the edge of the towel roll. Take your feet wide. Flex at the ankles so the toes are pointing up. And sit up. So you can put your fingertips beside you, slightly behind you. Lift your chest. Press the backs of the thighs down and stamp through the heels as if you're pushing into the corners of the room. And feel that roll as if you're rolling off your towel roll forward, so the pelvis is rolling forward. Take your hands behind you a little more. Draw the elbows towards each other. Backs of the thighs press down. Okay. Release your feet. Take your hands behind your knees. Come into cross-leg position. Hands on thighs. Close your eyes. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.